Have you ever wondered if you're making the most of your time? As we move into a new year, it's the perfect opportunity to pause, reflect, and focus on what truly matters. Whether it's nurturing relationships, taking better care of yourself, or simply finding more joy in daily life, this is your chance to create a year that feels meaningful and fulfilling. In today's video, I'll guide you through 7 essential questions designed for older adults, helping you uncover the wisdom from the past year and set a realistic, personalized path for the year ahead. This isn't about setting lofty goals. It's about embracing what truly enriches your life. Let us know where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more advice on living your best life. Now, let's dive into the first question to help you create a better tomorrow. 1. Reflecting on your most memorable moments of the past year. Imagine this. You're flipping through an album filled with snapshots of your life over the past year. Which moments bring a smile to your face? Was it a family dinner where laughter echoed through the room, a quiet afternoon spent tending to your garden, or even the joy of trying something new? These cherished memories are not just fleeting images. They are reminders of what truly brings joy and meaning to your life. For many of us, it's the simple, everyday joys that stand out the most. Perhaps there was a Thanksgiving gathering where generations came together, sharing stories and laughter over a warm meal. Maybe you celebrated a milestone, like watching your grandchild graduate or reconnecting with an old friend over coffee after years apart. These moments hold a unique significance because they connect us to what matters most: family, friendships, and the beauty of life's little pleasures. Taking time to reflect on these highlights is more than just reminiscing. It's about recognizing what fills your heart with happiness and fulfillment. If you keep a journal or have a photo album tucked away, now is the perfect time to revisit those treasures. As you flip through the pages or sort through old photographs, allow yourself to relive those smiles and ask yourself, what made these moments so special? Maybe you'll remember the warmth you felt during a holiday gathering, surrounded by the people who mean the most to you. Or perhaps you'll recall the quiet joy of trying something new, like experimenting with a recipe in the kitchen or taking a morning stroll in your neighborhood park. Even moments of solitude, like sitting on the porch with a cup of tea and watching the sunset, can carry deep significance. It's often these small, quiet instances that bring the most profound sense of peace and contentment. Don't worry if you're not someone who keeps digital photos. There's no need for complicated technology or scrolling through endless files on a phone. A traditional photo album, a handwritten journal, or even a box of keepsakes can be just as powerful in sparking memories. This process isn't about finding every detail. It's about tuning in to what made this past year meaningful and understanding what moments brought light into your life. As you reflect, you may find that some of the most memorable times were those you least expected. Maybe it was a spontaneous visit from a loved one, or the sense of accomplishment after tidying up the garden. Or perhaps it was simply being present for the little things: a grandchild's laugh, a neighbor's wave, or the blooming of a flower you planted months ago. These moments, though small, act as lighthouses, guiding you toward the things that matter most. Reflecting on these memories is a gentle reminder of the life you've built and the values you hold dear. It's not about grand gestures or elaborate plans. It's about appreciating the richness of everyday life. By revisiting these moments, you're not just looking back, you're also paving the way for a year filled with more of what truly makes you happy. 2. Confronting the challenges of the past year. Have you ever felt overwhelmed, as though life's demands were piling up faster than you could manage? For many of us, especially as we grow older, challenges have a way of testing not only our patience, but also our resilience. These difficulties, whether large or small, teach us lessons about ourselves that we might never have discovered otherwise. The past year may have brought challenges that felt deeply personal. Perhaps it was the ache of loneliness after your children moved out, leaving you with a quieter house and more time to reflect. For some, it might have been grappling with changes in health, adjusting to a slower pace, or managing a new diagnosis. Others may have faced shifts in relationships, navigating the complexities of marriage or long-standing friendships that felt strained under the pressures of time and circumstance. One of the most significant challenges for many is adapting to change. Change can come in many forms: a retirement that disrupts your sense of routine, the loss of a loved one that alters the fabric of your days, or even something as subtle as noticing that your body doesn't move quite as easily as it once did. These moments of realization can be difficult to process, but they are also opportunities to reflect on your strength and adaptability. It's important to ask yourself, what did these challenges teach you about yourself? Did you discover a newfound patience as you cared for a partner or family member? Perhaps you realized that asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, but of courage. Or maybe you found comfort in small rituals, like daily walks or morning cups of coffee, that helped anchor you during turbulent times. In facing these trials, it's natural to feel moments of doubt or even frustration. Yet, looking back, you may notice how much you've grown. Consider the strength it took to face health concerns head-on, scheduling appointments and making lifestyle changes that required effort and dedication. Reflect on the courage it took to stay connected with family and friends, even when distance or circumstances made it challenging. For those moments of loneliness or loss, perhaps you found solace in activities that brought you peace. Planting a new garden, picking up a hobby like knitting or painting, or volunteering in your community. These actions, however small they may seem, are proof of your resilience. They show that even in the face of difficulty, you can find ways to move forward and create meaning in your life. It's worth remembering that challenges, while often painful, have a way of illuminating what's truly important. A health scare might prompt a deeper commitment to self-care. A period of isolation might help you cherish the connections you do have and seek out new ones. Struggles in relationships might teach you the importance of communication and forgiveness. As you think back on the past year, allow yourself to be honest about what was difficult. Acknowledge the emotions that arose: sadness, frustration, or even anger, and recognize that these feelings are part of being human. At the same time, celebrate the fact that you've made it through those tough times, no matter how insurmountable they may have seemed in the moment. The truth is, life's challenges are not meant to defeat us. They are opportunities to grow, to learn, and to prove to ourselves that we are capable of more than we thought. The moments that tested you this year have also shaped you, making you stronger and wiser than before. Don't let these difficulties discourage you. Instead, view them as stepping stones, leading you toward greater understanding and resilience. By reflecting on these trials, you not only honor the journey you've been through, but also prepare yourself for whatever lies ahead. Remember, it's not about avoiding challenges. It's about learning how to navigate them with grace and courage. The lessons you've learned from this past year's hardships are invaluable tools that will guide you in the year to come. 3. What you've learned about yourself. If you could sum up one important thing you've learned about yourself this past year, what would it be? For many of us, the lessons that come from life's highs and lows reveal truths we may not have noticed otherwise. These lessons are like hidden treasures, uncovered through both triumphs and challenges, and they hold the power to shape how we move forward. Looking back, think about the moments where you felt a sense of accomplishment. Perhaps it was something tangible, like mastering a new recipe, finishing a long overdue home project, or stepping out of your comfort zone to join a local group or take up a hobby. These successes remind you that you're capable of growth, no matter your age. They show that you can set goals, adapt, and achieve things that bring a sense of pride and joy. But the lessons from the past year don't only come from success. In fact, our failures or setbacks often teach us even more. Maybe you faced a situation where you realized you couldn't control the outcome, like helping a loved one through a difficult time or adjusting to changes in your own health. Learning to accept what is beyond your control is no small feat. It requires a deep sense of patience and a willingness to focus on what you can do instead. Reflect on your personal growth. Have you become more patient with yourself or others? Perhaps you've learned to let go of the pressure to always have the answers or fix every problem. For example, you might have discovered that being a good listener to a family member or friend is sometimes more impactful than offering advice. Or maybe you've realized the importance of setting boundaries to prioritize your own well-being, whether that means saying no to commitments that drain your energy or carving out quiet time just for you. One of the most powerful lessons many people in their golden years learn is how to truly appreciate the present moment. As life slows down, it becomes easier to notice the beauty in simple things. A morning walk, a phone call with an old friend, or the peaceful rhythm of your favorite routine. These moments of mindfulness are not just pleasant distractions. They are reminders that happiness often lies in the here and now, not in chasing some future achievement. At the same time, this past year may have revealed areas where you'd like to grow further. Did you notice habits or mindsets that no longer serve you? Perhaps you caught yourself dwelling too much on the past or worrying excessively about the future. These realizations, while uncomfortable, are opportunities to shift your perspective. They remind you that every day offers a chance to begin anew and choose a different path. You might also find that this year has deepened your understanding of your values. What truly matters to you? Is it spending time with loved ones, staying healthy, or contributing to your community? These insights can serve as a compass, guiding you toward decisions that align with your priorities and bring you greater fulfillment. As you reflect on what you've learned, remember that every lesson, big or small, is a piece of the puzzle that makes up your life. Each experience, whether it brought joy or hardship, adds to the rich tapestry of who you are. These lessons are not just for reflection, they are tools you can use to navigate the future with greater clarity and confidence. So, what did this past year teach you about yourself? Perhaps it's that you're stronger than you thought, or that you still have room to grow in ways you hadn't considered. Whatever the answer, embrace it. These lessons are gifts, reminding you that life is not about being perfect. It's about learning, adapting, and continuing to evolve. 4. What you'll stop doing. Next year. What are you doing that leaves you feeling drained or overwhelmed? As the new year approaches, it's time to pause and ask yourself this essential question. Letting go of habits, commitments, or mindsets that no longer serve you isn't giving up. It's creating space for the things that truly matter. For many in their golden years, it's common to feel burdened by responsibilities you've carried for far too long. Maybe you've spent too much time worrying about things outside your control, like how your adult children are managing their lives or the challenges of the world at large. While your concern comes from a place of love, constantly dwelling on these issues can sap your energy and leave you feeling powerless. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means choosing where to focus your mental and emotional energy for your own well-being. Another habit worth examining is the tendency to say yes too often. Over the years, you may have become the go-to person for family or community requests. While it's wonderful to be dependable, saying yes to too many obligations can leave you stretched thin. Maybe you've agreed to babysit for the grandkids more often than you'd like, or you've taken on leadership roles in groups or clubs that no longer bring you joy. It's okay to step back. Learning to say no when needed allows you to prioritize your time and energy for what matters most, whether that's your health, hobbies, or simply moments of rest. Consider, too, the mental habits that may be weighing you down. Do you catch yourself overthinking decisions or replaying past mistakes? Holding on to guilt or regret can create unnecessary stress, preventing you from fully enjoying the present. Instead of allowing these thoughts to take up space in your mind, practice replacing them with kindness toward yourself. Acknowledge that you've done your best and let go of the unrealistic expectation that you must always have everything figured out. For some, letting go might mean stepping back from perfectionism. Perhaps you've spent years striving to keep your home spotless, prepare elaborate meals for family gatherings, or maintain an image of always being in control. While there's value in taking pride in what you do, perfectionism often comes at the expense of peace of mind. Embrace the idea that good enough is often more than enough, and allow yourself to enjoy life's imperfect moments. The beauty of this process is that it's entirely personal. What you choose to stop doing might not be the same as someone else, but the outcome is universal. More space, energy, and freedom to focus on what truly brings you joy. Imagine what your days could look like if you let go of even one thing that no longer serves you. How much lighter would you feel? Clearing your mental and emotional clutter is like opening a window to let in fresh air. By identifying and releasing what drains you, you're creating room for the relationships, experiences, and pursuits that add richness and meaning to your life. So take a moment, reflect, and ask yourself, what will I stop doing next year? The answer could be the key to a more fulfilling and balanced year ahead. 5. What you'll start doing. A new year is a blank canvas, a fresh opportunity to start something you've always wanted to try. What's that one thing you've been thinking about but haven't made the time for? Maybe it's picking up a hobby, spending more quality moments with loved ones, or prioritizing your health in ways you've put off for too long. Whatever it is, now is the perfect moment to take that first step. As we grow older, the desire for meaningful experiences often becomes more pronounced. Starting something new doesn't have to mean big, ambitious goals. Even the smallest changes can breathe new energy into your life. Have you ever considered a gentle yoga class or Tai Chi? These activities aren't just great for physical health, they also help improve balance, flexibility, and peace of mind. Imagine how much more energized and centered you could feel by dedicating just a little time each week to movement. Perhaps you've been wanting to spend more time with your grandchildren, but busy schedules or distance have made it challenging. Starting a simple tradition like a weekly phone call, baking together, or even learning to use video chat for virtual game nights could strengthen that bond. Children, especially younger ones, thrive on connection, and creating these moments not only enriches their lives, but also brings joy and purpose to yours. If family is at the heart of your life, consider starting a new way to celebrate your loved ones. For instance, what if you committed to documenting family stories? Whether through writing, voice recordings, or even creating a scrapbook, capturing these memories can become a treasured legacy for future generations. Starting this project might feel small at first, but over time it becomes a gift that grows in value. Starting something new could also mean investing in your own creative passions. Is there an art form you've always admired but never tried? Painting, pottery, or playing a musical instrument could be a wonderful way to spark joy and curiosity. Community centers often offer classes tailored to beginners, making it easy and fun to dive in without pressure. Even something as simple as adult coloring books can be a meditative, relaxing way to explore creativity. Maybe you've noticed your health could use more attention. Starting doesn't have to be overwhelming. It could be as simple as taking a short walk every morning, drinking more water, or incorporating more fresh fruits and vegetables into your meals. Small steps, taken consistently, often lead to big transformations over time. What matters most is finding a rhythm that feels sustainable and enjoyable for you. If social connection has been something you've missed, consider joining a club or volunteering. Community involvement offers more than just something to do. It fosters friendships and a sense of belonging. Whether it's a book club, gardening group, or volunteering at a local shelter, these activities allow you to contribute while also expanding your social circle. The key to starting something new is keeping your goals realistic. Instead of overwhelming yourself with too many changes at once, focus on one or two areas that feel the most meaningful to you. For example, if you've decided to prioritize your health, start with a 15-minute daily walk instead of committing to a rigorous gym schedule. Or, if you want to reconnect with loved ones, plan a single family dinner rather than trying to arrange multiple gatherings at once. Every small step you take creates momentum. As you make progress, you'll notice how these changes add up, infusing your days with a sense of purpose and fulfillment. What you choose to start this year doesn't need to be grand or complicated. It simply needs to align with what makes you happy. So, what will you begin? Whether it's a new hobby, healthier habits, or stronger relationships, every small effort can bring new light into your life. The new year is waiting, and with it comes endless possibilities for growth, joy, and discovery. Take that first step. You might be surprised where it leads. 6. What you'll continue doing. What brought you happiness or success in the past year? As we plan for the future, it's just as important to hold on to the habits, routines, and practices that already work well in our lives. The things that brought you joy, peace, or a sense of accomplishment deserve just as much attention as the new changes you plan to make. Think about the past year and the routines that have kept you grounded. Perhaps it was your morning walks around the neighborhood, feeling the fresh air and stretching your legs. These walks may have become a source of not just physical health, but also mental clarity, a time to reflect or simply enjoy the present moment. Continuing this habit doesn't just maintain your physical health, it reinforces a sense of routine and calm that's invaluable. Maybe you've cultivated a meaningful social connection that has enriched your life. Whether it's regular coffee meetups with a friend, participating in a church group, or making phone calls to a distant family member. These small but intentional acts of connection have a profound impact. Maintaining these relationships keeps loneliness at bay and fosters a sense of belonging and purpose, both of which are essential as we age. For some, gardening has been a source of pride and tranquility. Tending to plants, watching flowers bloom, or growing your own vegetables creates a deep connection to nature and a sense of accomplishment. Continuing this hobby not only offers physical benefits like fresh air and movement, but also emotional rewards as you nurture life and enjoy its beauty. If you've been practicing mindfulness or gratitude, this is another habit worth continuing. Taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you're thankful for can shift your perspective and bring more positivity into your life. Whether it's a simple journal entry, a quiet moment during your morning coffee, or even sharing your gratitude aloud with loved ones, this practice reminds you to focus on the good things that already surround you. Perhaps you've started prioritizing your health by eating better, staying active, or attending regular medical checkups. These small but vital actions contribute to long-term well-being and independence. Continuing to care for your body allows you to enjoy life's moments fully, whether it's chasing after grandchildren, traveling, or simply maintaining the energy to pursue what you love. The beauty of continuing what works is that it requires no extra effort to start. It's already a part of your life. By recognizing what's been successful and meaningful, you can ensure these habits remain a cornerstone of your routine. The key is consistency, knowing that these actions are building blocks for a fulfilling life. As you reflect on what you'll continue doing, remember that the things that bring you happiness and peace are worth protecting. Whether it's a small habit or a cherished relationship, these elements are the foundation for a joyful and balanced life. In the coming year, commit to holding on to them tightly. The best way to grow is often by staying rooted in what already nourishes you. 7. Taking the first step toward your new journey. What is one thing you can do today to set the tone for a positive and fulfilling new year? Starting fresh doesn't require grand gestures or elaborate plans. In fact, the most impactful changes often begin with the smallest actions. The key is to take a step, no matter how small, toward the life you envision. Perhaps your first step could be as simple as writing a letter or making a phone call to someone you cherish. Expressing gratitude or reconnecting with an old friend can bring warmth to your heart and remind you of the relationships that enrich your life. Or maybe it's about setting aside an evening just for yourself. Enjoying a favorite book, cooking a comforting meal, or simply sitting quietly to reflect on what you're grateful for. Taking that first step doesn't have to be complicated. If you've been thinking about improving your health, try preparing a healthy meal or taking a short walk today. If you've decided to pursue a hobby, spend a few minutes researching local classes or gathering materials to begin at home. The important thing is to make a start, one small, deliberate action that brings you closer to your goal. It's easy to underestimate the power of small steps, but they create momentum. When you take that initial action, no matter how modest, you're sending a message to yourself. I'm ready to move forward. This mindset shift is invaluable, especially for those of us in our golden years, when time feels more precious and purposeful than ever. The beauty of this first step is that it's entirely within your control. You don't need anyone's permission or a perfect plan. You simply need the willingness to begin. Remember, every great journey starts with a single step, and that step can be taken right now. So, what will your first step be? Whether it's an act of kindness, a moment of self-care, or a simple effort to organize your thoughts, know that this small action is the foundation for the year ahead. Begin today and let that first step set the tone for a year filled with purpose, joy, and discovery. The 7 questions we've explored are more than just an end-of-year exercise. They are a powerful tool to help you reflect, refocus, and create a meaningful roadmap for the year ahead. By revisiting the highlights, learning from challenges, and committing to what truly matters, you're setting yourself up for a fulfilling and joyful year. Now it's your turn. Take these questions, share them with loved ones, and start your journey toward a brighter future. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiration. Here's to making this year your best one yet.